Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Derek here. Glad to have you back. Tonight we are reacting to another episode of The Umbrella Academy. This is season 2, episode 7. It is called Oga for Oga, which I googled last time means eye for an eye. What happened last time on The Umbrella Academy? Last time was called A Light Supper. We had a few pivotal things happen. So the handler presented Five with a deal where he would go and kill like the commission's like top dogs, like the higher ups at the commission, and the handler would then get him and his family out of the timeline and back to where they need to be, and everyone would be fine and Gucci and having fun. And in the end of the episode, he agreed to do that, so that'll be exciting to potentially see the start of this episode. There's only like 4 episodes left. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4, starting with this one. So that should be fun. Klaus unsuccessfully broke up with his cult. That was also kind of funny to watch because Ben's just like, dude, you gotta tell him the truth, and he tries, and they love it even more. They're like, yeah, prophet, freaking awesome. Allison showed Ray her powers, and she got a little carried away with them. You know, they visited that coffee place that they got kicked out of and held the sit-in at, and she forced this dude to just continually pour coffee over his hands. And it reminded me of the scene from The Last Jedi. So I threw in a little quirky, sneaky little edit there with Kylo Ren. If you caught that, thank you. Yeah, it was fun. But it shows that she can definitely go overboard with her powers, which is why she doesn't use them a lot. Dave visited Klaus at the compound and enlisted early, so that's not good. Ooh, the handler met with the Swedes. So she's playing both sides. She killed the youngest Swede, and now... So she killed the youngest Swede, and then now she's making a deal with them to kill off the rest of the Umbrella Academy, so like all their other kids except for Five, because she still needs him to kill the commission. And so her plan is to have everyone kill everyone, and then eventually it's just her and Lila that make it out alive. And then the group had a light supper with the dear old Papa, and he just kind of like undressed them all. That sounds bad. He made them look dumb. Diego was like, yo, you're gonna kill the president. And he's like, ooh, wow, you figured it out, you little punk. Basically made him feel like a child, where he was like, you're insignificant. They showed off their powers. Luther was like, look at me, look at what you did. And you know, it didn't really work. Ben possessed Klaus, and everyone just kind of ignored it. They're like, all right, whatever, that's fine. And then there was a sweet, kind of, not, I don't know if sweet, but it was a nice moment with Five and Hargreaves, where he was like, I'm sorry for giving you a hard time as a kid. You know, that wisdom only happens when you're older, and it was just a nice moment between the two. And then one of the last things that happened in the episode is the Swedes went and killed Elliot, the conspiracy theory guy. They just destroyed him with like dental equipment because he was the eye for an eye, I guess, for their brother. And that sucks because Elliot was kind of quirky and weird and goofy. And at least he doesn't have to worry about his wife leaving him anymore. So that's a plus. This next episode is called Oga for Oga. Before we jump into it, please consider leaving a like on the video, and please consider subscribing. That helps so much. If you want to consider supporting me on Patreon, you can do that too. I would currently suggest the lowest tier, like the $3, just like, hey, thanks tier, because I'm not fully caught up with the full-length reactions yet. So maybe hold off on that part. But other than that, let's jump into Season 2, episode 7 of their Umbrella Academy.
You know, some say the best luck is to die at the right time.
It's a weird thing to say to a stranger. She's like, what? Yo, why are you freaking out here, Five? I don't know if that was necessary. I mean, I'm sure he's not thrilled to be back with the commission murdering people, but maybe he is thrilled and he doesn't like that he's thrilled?
You. Call security.
Oh, he just cut off her hand. She passed out, obviously. Oh my god, Five. Dang, he likes killing people. Frickin' A. This guy's weirdly calm. Oh, that's because he's dead. It's like, wow.
You're gonna pay for that vending machine, little mister.
That's what she cares about?
Hurt you, all right? Hurt me? Oh, I ain't afraid of you, you little pussball.
Knocks her out. Fishman escaped. Yo, that's what she cares about, is the vending machine. Ow.
Cheers. You're cool.
Fishy, no. Damn, Five. Was not expecting him to immediately kill them all. They just turn around like, nope. Not here for this. Ooh. Good title. Good title. That was rip-roaring fun.
The way you feel right now is the way I feel every day. All I do is watch you make the same mistakes over and over and over and over and over again. Welcome to powerlessness.
Oh my god, that must suck.
Yeah. Yeah, Klaus. It does. He's just covered in blood. You gotta get your clothes washed, pal.
You've been buzzing after this morning's slaughter.
Yeah,
All this killing.
I don't think he's a fan of it.
I'm done with it. What I did today, I did for my family. I did it to save the world.
Please spare me, your little assassin with the heart of gold, Richard.
Yeah, he did it for like some pretty hefty reasons.
You have 90 minutes.
90 minutes?
Says nothing about a time limit.
Actually, you have 89 minutes and 30 seconds. Better hurry.
This is impossible, okay? My siblings are scattered across the city.
Nothing's impossible. You proved that this morning when you killed the board.
I need more time.
I need more time, and people start asking questions. The sooner you get home.
Who's gonna ask questions?
The better.
Hello, Olga? It's her. She's humble. What should I say?
Excuse me. I was just wondering.
Why did you kill our
My
friend?
name is Luther Hargreaves.
You killed one of ours, Olga. Now we're coming after you. You will be dead by nightfall.
Hey, it's Öga för öga, idiots. Swedish for an eye for an eye. Means the Swedes killed Elliot.
Wrong number. Have a lovely day.
Yeah, you stupid idiots.
I am heartbroken to be sharing this devastating news. All 12 members of our board have been assassinated. I know.
Sucks, right?
I know.
Now I'm in charge.
Conversation is
Hello.
underway. Grief counseling is available for those of you who need it, although the commission will not be paying for this service as it is considered out of network by our insurance provider. In the absence of any living board
Of course.
members,
We gotta go. We have to find the others, right?
Yeah.
Luther, you get out.
That
Diego,
cut
Klaus, I'll be
from
fine.
his collar being popped to not popped. Continuity error.
Here. I've synchronized these watches.
Okay, let's do this.
Whoa, 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 hold on. You show up drenched in blood and expect us to believe everything's gonna go back to normal if you go home now.
Elliot just got killed because of us.
What about Dad? What about JFK?
Dude,
We have a chance to go
get
home.
over it.
Right, we are taking it.
It's gonna happen regardless.
I have to say goodbye to Lila.
Lila doesn't give a shit about you, Diego. She never did. She's one of them. She's a member of the commission.
No way. Not possible.
You don't know what you're talking.
If you don't do this, I'll kill you myself. Got it?
He probably might. Actually, maybe not.
I'm alright.
You right. You right.
I love my look right.
How long can he hold it? Maybe it would have been helpful to explain to this girl what's going down first. I love dirt. I bet you do, pal. Hold hands. That was cute.
You ever heard of hoof and mouth disease? See, they didn't catch the sick cow in time, so the disease spread. We gotta fight the disease before it spreads,
Okay, so he's equating
before it gets out of hand.
her being gay to,
Is not a disease.
yeah, a disease.
Well,
I'm not scared of you.
that's fine, but it's Harlan you should be thinking about. I've been thinking of sending him off for a time.
What? Where?
You know, to a facility better equipped to handle his time. Be good for him, get some special attention.
One, that's crazy.
Of course. Maybe I wouldn't have to do that
Leverage.
with you gone. Harlan could go back to spending time with his mommy.
I mean,
his
if
daddy.
they took Harlan with them when they left, kind of fixes the whole situation, right?
Are you saying that I could see Claire again?
Oh yeah, she could see her kid again.
I don't know what kind of... I mean, that's our best trait as a family, right?
Recklessness?
Oh.
Wanna do it?
Do what?
Have sex. The holy union of our multiple spirits.
Sure, but
But what?
That's a
there's something you need to
pretty
know.
quick.
A virgin.
What about last week?
Huh?
You, me, and Kichi. In the sex swing. We practiced the suspended extended 4-part unification.
Klaus is so filthy.
Yes, you are, Daddy.
Oh,
Hey.
gross.
Oh.
Quit that.
Oh. Hey.
Hey, Daddy, you got a sec?
Diego.
Come on, we gotta go.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I promise.
Come on.
Yeah, hey, daddy.
It's so great to talk to you again, Diego. Did you hear what I just said?
Yeah.
Are you high class?
No, I'm not Klaus. I'm Ben.
You are high.
Look, I don't have time.
I can prove it.
When we were little, what did you reprogram Allison Sadie Ruxpin to say?
Luther sniffs Dad's underwear.
Holy shit.
That's so nice.
Paul said you didn't make it to Dallas. Do not be late.
I won't.
Good to see you, brother.
You too.
Klaus is trying to kick him out. This is the meme. The meme shot.
They belong in this timeline.
Says who? Sissy deserves a life where she doesn't have to pretend to be someone she's not. And Harlan, look, there's a name for what he has. We can get him the help that he needs.
Yeah.
Look, a mom and her 8-year-old son are not gonna screw up the timeline, Five. They're insignificant.
No one is insignificant. I'm sorry, all right? But we can't take that risk.
That's a level of respect for them, I think, from him.
Vanya, do not test me right now.
That's funny. Because I was just about to say the same thing.
Who would win?
Fine, what?
She's definitely bringing them with, right?
And I'll miss sharing his bed with you.
He's sweaty. She didn't actually drink anything. Yeah, I thought it looked weird. Or maybe she did. She just spit it out.
I can remember you. Take the pain.
I'm not gonna do it like that. I don't want to forget you. I don't want to forget us.
Dang, so he's gonna stay behind and she's gonna leave. I don't think that's a good person knocking at the door. Knew it.
I'm sorry. Now is not a good time.
Backstreet's back. Oh my god, we're back again. Yo, they're gonna win in a fight, Ray. They're like professional assassins. Oh! Child, please! That's right in his eyeball. Oh! That's a lot of puke. That was disgusting.
I heard a rumor. You killed your brother.
Oh my. Oh my. That was intense. Why are the police there?
What?
I left him.
You idiot! You absolute moron, Sissy! What were you doing?
We were that close.
Just smoke this man with your magic. Get out of the car first. She's very scared. Yeah, why would you not take all them out, Vanya? Come on. Gosh dang it. Some frustrating decisions at the end there, but you know, Allison gets a pass because she was in a fight. But Vanya, you don't get a pass here, girl. Okay, All right, things are getting a little more intense as we enter the second half of this season. You know, we start off real hot with 5 already being at the lodge. I thought maybe it would take him, you know, like he would start formulating his plan and like season finale he'd be killing these people. No. First 3 minutes of this episode, he's just like, all right, time to die, everybody. And just straight murks everybody there. And, you know, he's not having a good time with it. He's not the biggest fan. I mean, he might enjoy killing people, but I don't think he is. You know, he spent however many years as a time assassin type person, so he's very intimately familiar with killing, but I don't think he wants to do it anymore. So he takes his anger out on a vending machine, which thwarts him a little bit down the road in that fight. But he murks all 11 of those people, and then gets tackled by the Midwestern stereotype. And she's the thing she's mad about is not the murdering. She's mad about the vending machine. Like, come on, little too big of a stretch there, but it's fine. He ends up clapping them all, getting the job done. What else? Ooh, so Carl knows about Sissy and Vanya. He's being a smug little bitch about it. Allison, yeah, we'll talk about her in a bit. Five, okay, so 5 talks to the handler after killing all these people. She's like, all right, here's your briefcase. You have 90 minutes. And it's like, what? You can't give him this monumental task and be like, all right, your reward lasts a total of 90 minutes. It probably wouldn't have even taken them where they wanted to go. Like, I guarantee you that briefcase probably was set up to take them, like, before the Earth was created or something. Like, just somewhere that would kill them all. And then, Diego and Luther have a dumb little moment where they call some old lady. And then, the whole episode is them just, like, they're trying to get everyone in this one spot so they can leave. And everyone is just, like, they're being dumb and not doing what they need to do. The handler is now in charge of the commission, so she's thrilled about that. Lila, not so thrilled. I think she's slightly starting to realize that she was also somewhat being used a little bit or manipulated by her mother to achieve this goal that she didn't know fully about or wasn't fully aware of all the details and sides of it. She wants Diego to be part of the crew. As head of security, she wants to build her own team and obviously put Diego on that team. So that's big for her. A really entertaining part of this episode was Ben possessing Klaus. Just seeing him like re-experience all the things that he hasn't felt since he was a little kid. He goes to hang out with Jill and she's like, yo, you want to smash right now? Like, we can do it right now. And he's like, what? I'm a virgin. And she's like, oh, no, what do you mean? We had sex last week on this swing. You, me, and Kichi. Like, it was a grand old time. And so you just know Klaus is low-key just smashing all these people on the daily, which is kind of funny. And then Diego shows up and he's like, hey, daddy. Obviously, hearing the conversation, he's like, we're leaving in 90 minutes. Let's go. And then they have a cute little moment where, like, Diego's the first one. I think it's really fitting that it was Diego that is the one that realized that it's Ben there. So, like, Ben hasn't been able to interact one-on-one with any of these any of his siblings at all, except for Klaus. And so he's felt really alone, having only Klaus to talk to. And then Diego as I mentioned, like last episode, he wants to feel vulnerable and feel connected to his siblings, but he keeps getting shut down. And I think him and Ben were probably pretty tight when they were kids. So him and Ben being the ones that get to reconnect and just like hug it out bro style. I loved that. That was really, really cute. Carl gives Vanya an ultimatum. So he's aware that they're gay and he thinks it's a disease, as did many people back in the day. Good thing we're not back in the day anymore, although still some very close-minded individuals around. He gives Vanya an ultimatum that's essentially like, you leave or I'm going to go put my kid in an institution. And institutions at that time also were not very patient-focused, I guess is a good way to phrase it. Like, they didn't really care about fixing the problem, like what was going on, or providing the person with support in any way. It was just like, all right, you're here to make money for our thing, and that sucks. What else? Ooh, a little confrontation between Five and Vanya, because Vanya definitely wants to stay. She wants to be here with Sissy and Harlan and, you know, doing all these things, and Five's just pissed. He's like, listen, man, let's just leave. Like, they're all getting caught up in these small little like relational things, which, granted, you know, yeah, those are important, but this is also the end of the world. Like, he's thinking on such more of a grander scale than they are right now, where he's like, if we don't leave, we're probably gonna cause World War III. So please just get over your little petty little things and your relational squabbles and your little small desires for 5 minutes, and let's just get out of here. Allison is kind of thinking along the right way, where she's like willing to go back. But I think that's mainly to see her daughter again, which, you know, solid decision. When presented with the decision to either choose your child or choose your spouse, you choose your child. That's like that's parenting 101. Yeah, that's solid decision making from Allison there. But Vanya's just like, I care more about being in this little small hick town with Sissy than I do about her being killed if I stay. And she's not thinking past the relationship there. She can't see the forest through the trees. And they have a nice little power up showdown of like, you know, who would, I think Vanya would win if they were like both all out attacking each other. Vanya would definitely win. Because she's got like weird superpowers that are strangely undefined. Although Five could just like maybe run back in time if he had developed his powers and then kill her back in time. But who knows? Lila drugs Diego, so he can't make it to the meetup. That sucks for him. And then the Swedes, as soon as I heard that knock on the door, I was like, that's not a good knock. No one just knocks like that and is a good thing. They come in, attack Allison and Ray, just going to town. They're fighting, you know, doing their thing. And Ray gets the wine opener, stabs him in the leg. Why would you do that? If you have the opportunity to stab someone who's trying to kill you, stab them in the neck. Stab them in the head. Like, don't stab them in the thigh. Come on, brother. Like, that's such a movie and show thing to do, where someone gets a knife, like a small knife or whatever, and they're under attack, and they're like, ooh, I know what to do. Thigh stab. No. Go with the neck or the brain. Easy. Like, you trying to get out of that situation, you can't let yourself be killed by them. I liked the intro to Backstreet Boys with Ben giving he's sticking with Klaus's method of dispensing wisdom by just picking a random song and being like, here you go. This is the wisdom you get. But yeah, to end the episode, let's talk about the absolute idiotic decision making from Sissy. Like, so Vanya gets back there and she's like, all right, Sissy, we gotta go. And she's like, no, I gotta talk to my husband. I gotta let this man who probably would kill me regardless, let him know that I'm leaving him for you. Like, first of all, that's just a dumb decision regardless. And then, you know, they get all the money, they're gonna go, and she's like, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna write a goddamn note to this man whose brother is a police officer. Like, what is she thinking? Obviously, he calls the cops and is like, yo, my wife and her girlfriend is kidnapping my son. Put up a police barricade. So they do. They put up the police thing, and then they confront them, and it's just like, how can you be so dumb? Like, you're trying to run away. Don't write a freaking note. If you're trying to escape your abusive, like, horrible husband, do not tell him where you're going. Don't tell him when you're going. Just go. Like, I understand that you had a relationship with this man, but you are escaping. If you're escaping a marriage, a failed marriage, abusive marriage, if you're a child escaping a parent that's abusive, any situation where you're escaping, don't tell them where you're going. Like, come on. It's escaping 101. So yeah, these only 3 of them get there. Luther, Klaus, and 5 out of the 6 or 7. Only 3 of them make it, and then 5 throws the briefcase into the air and it disappears into the ether. And he's pissed. He's like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, he got to everyone and he was like, we have this amount of time. Just be here. Be in the alleyway by this time and you will save the world. And they don't do it because they're dysfunctional. A few of them can catch a break. Allison and Diego, they're fine. That was out of their control. Vanya, freaking A, Vanya, causing problems again. Last season, Vanya, you could let her off the hook, be like, hey man, like, this is pretty much Luther's fault that this is happening. It's not your fault. This time, her fault. Things are getting intense. What did you think of the episode down below? Let me know in the comments. Do you disagree or agree with my thought process here of how stupid Sissy was this episode? Yeah. Anything you want to say about the episode, just type it in the comments. I will probably read it. Well, I will read it. I don't get a ton of comments, so. Yeah. I don't know what else to say, so I think I'm gonna leave it there for this episode. If you enjoyed my video, please leave a like on the video. If you want to see more reactions from me, please consider subscribing. If you feel like it, consider supporting me on Patreon. But again, like I said in the beginning of the episode, probably just go for the $3. Like, hey, so here's some, I appreciate you. $3, not like full length $10, because I'm not caught up on that yet. But yeah, I think that's all I got. So I will see you guys next time. Peace.